What if they ask you to write an equation of a line that passes through this point and is parallel to that line? So where do you do that? Well, they gave you a point and they gave you information about a line that's parallel. So you go to this part right here. Parallel lines have the same slope. So that means that if the slope of this line is 2, then the slope of your line is 2. And then this is the y-intercept. How do you know it's the y-intercept? Because the x value is 0. So you simply have y equals 2x plus 3. What if they give you a point, let's say 2, 3, and it's parallel to 2x plus 3y equals 7. So here they've given you a point, not a y-intercept, but a point, and they've given you a slope in standard form. So again, parallel lines, if they give you parallel lines, you are going to be looking for the same slope, and this is where you might need to remember that when it's in standard form, the slope is negative b over 2a. Okay, so for this equation, the slope is negative a over b. The slope is negative a over b. And then it's passing through the point 2, 3. Since I don't have the y-intercept, I'm going to use point slope form. So this is x1, y1. Y minus 3 equals negative 2/3 times x minus 2. If they don't tell me which form I need to write my equation in, then I can leave it like that because that is an equation of a line. If they tell me that they want a particular form, like slope-intercept, well, then I'll have to change that to slope-intercept form. Distribute. Negative times a negative is a positive. And then I'd have to add my 3 to both sides. Negative 2/3 x. That's going to become 9 over 3. So that will be 13/3. So there it is in slope-intercept form. If I want it in standard form, add 2/3 x to both sides. 2/3 x plus y equals 13/3. Multiply by the denominator of this term, which is a 3. So that becomes 2x plus 3y equals 13. There it is in standard form. Okay, so if they give you parallel, find the slope of whatever they give you, use that slope, use whatever information they give you to write whatever equation they ask for. The last thing that they might do is they might give you, they might say it passes through the point 0, 3 and it's perpendicular to y equals 2x plus 5. Perpendicular, remember? Perpendicular, I have that right here. Perpendicular lines have opposite reciprocal slopes. So this slope right here is 2. So 2 is perpendicular to, if this is positive, yours is going to be perpendicular. So change the sign, positive and negative. And then take this, which is 2 over 1, and flip it upside down. So 2 is perpendicular to 1/2. So my equation has a slope of negative 1/2. And then it passes through the point 0, 3, which is the y-intercept. So it's y equals negative 1/2 x plus 3. If they don't give me the y-intercept, let's say, again, let's say they give me the point 2, 3, and they tell me it's perpendicular. This time let's do 2x plus 3y equals 6. So they tell me my line passes through this point and it's perpendicular to this equation. So find the slope of this equation, negative a over b. So my equation that I'm wanting to write, this one right here, negative 2 over 3 is perpendicular to a negative. The slope of this line is negative, so my line is going to be positive 3 over 2. Change the sign and flip this upside down. That's what I mean by the reciprocal. Opposite, one's going to be positive, one's going to be negative. This one's negative, so this one's positive. This is 2 over 3, so this is going to be 3 over 2. So my equation is going to have a slope of 3 over 2, and it's going to pass through the point 2, 3. So that means my equation is y. This is x1, this is y1. So y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. And then that's in point slope form. If they don't want it in point slope form, then you change it to standard form or to slope intercept form. Distribute the 3 over 2. 3 over 2 times 2 ends up being 3. Add 3 to both sides. Y is equal to 3 over 2x. That adds to 0, that adds to 0. And then that's in slope intercept form. This is slope intercept form. This is point slope form. And then if they wanted me to change this to standard form, I would add 3 over 2x. No, sorry, it's already a positive. I would subtract 3 over 2x from both sides. That left me with 0. I would multiply by a negative 2, a negative to get rid of the negative, and a 2 to get rid of the 2. Negative times a negative is a positive. The 2's cancel out, so it's 3x. A negative times a positive is a negative 2y equals 0. So that would be the standard form.